Hey guys, Dr. Ina and Dr. Maya. Today we are going to talk about the emotional freedom technique. This method has been existent for a while, and it helps to align our nervous system to bring ourselves to a better us in a very natural and kind of easy way if you know what you do. So today we're going to show you, I'll be a patient and Dr. Maya will be a doctor that will show us how we use this technique in the clinic with other patients who are coming with anxieties, depression, obsessive compulsive disorders, addictions, sleep problems, nightmares, and there are a lot of conditions where people are seeking help because they don't want to use any type of medication.
So emotional freedom technique, short is the word they use, EFT, and most people know it as tapping. Has been a while for I think 15 years at least. And the nice thing about it is that it chooses major acupuncture points on the body, which usually mean that they are stationed within the energy pathways of the body, that when you tap it, you calm your energetic system down, you calm your nervous system down. So one of the main uses that have been that's why it became very famous, is that if you're in the middle of an emotional upheaval, it could be for anything really, like upset, angry, sad, grieving, had a fight, anxious, upset, scared, panic attack, name it. If you do that while you're experiencing these emotions, you can calm yourself down. Now, by itself, it's not going to solve the problem, right? But when you are in life and you're kind of, paralyzed with the feeling, when you do that, you can calm yourself down so that you can deal with the moment. So in here, in Ageless Body Clinic, we use it in addition to other methods because, as we said, it calms the person down. And then the next step, the benefit from it, is that when you do that and you're in a calmer place, it also allows you to open your subconscious more, which is the house, the house where all the stuff is hidden, the reasons for the anxiety and the depression and the upset and all of that. Usually the answer is always within. So the first benefit of the EFT is to calm down. The second benefit, which is used when it's combined with other methods like matrix re-imprinting or other methods of therapy, that it calm you down enough and put you in a state where you can open more and find within you what's going on.
Okay, let's see.
Okay, so you can choose either hand or both. It could be one or both, doesn't matter. You can switch in the middle, it's very forgiving. And you start from the top of the head. So there is a point, you see, if you have the top of your head and your hairline, you're going to tap exactly in the middle. Now the strength of the tapping would be not too strong and not like you can't, you just want to feel it, okay? So you do like this for like 4 or 5 times. This is the first step. And then after that, you come to the eyebrow, the corner of the eyebrow, and you do that. Obviously, you can do it with the whole hand. You can do it with only 2 fingers. Depends on your ergonomically what is more comfortable for you. So this is here like 4 or 5 times. And then you go to the temple 4 or 5 times. And then under the eye 4 or 5 times. And then under the nose. And then under the lip, the lower lip. And then you do here in the, the depression under the clavicle to the side. You also do it like just to show here, like 4 or 5 times. And then you want to do it under the armpit. So for women, it's very easy. It's where the bra is. And for men, they can just go from the nipple to the side and just like 4 or 5 times, right? And then the wrist, you do the wrist, yeah. And you can, it's optional if you want to do each finger, depending on how calm you are and how much you need. So this is one option. You do the top of the nail, okay? And then you do 3-4 times up each finger. Then the last one is this point. So this one is very good. This is really good to calm the emotions down. Like if somebody's really emotional upheaval and they can't even gather yourself to really tap elsewhere, you can just do this, okay? And if you do this for 5 minutes, it's excellent for kids, it's excellent for adults. And if you do it for 4 or 5 minutes, you will notice immediately as you start breathing deeper and you come more into your body. So this is the tapping.
Okay.
Now, why do we use it, right, in the clinic? So as I said, outside the clinic, it's good to calm the person down, but you're still not really addressing what's going on. What we do with it here is that, as I said, it's like a door. You kind of bring you to kind of calm down with breathing. Why? One of the main things that happens when we are in an emotional upheaval or sad or anxious is that we kind of lose touch with our physical body, and we're kind of like clustered here, right? You feel that? Like, can you describe like how when you're upset or worried, how like, or anxious, you kind of like project yourself up, right?
Yes, and I also feel tightness in my chest. That's why I'm having cough every time. Not every time, but most of the time when I get upset. I feel my heart first, and then I start coughing.
Yeah.
And that coughing cannot stop for like a minute.
Yeah. So one of the main things that happened, like modern day science is catching up with what the yogis in the Far East and the yoga people say, why it is to be able to really feel into your body. And the trick to do that is to push the body into activating the vagus nerve, deep breathing, humming, even hugging yourself, right? Caressing, petting yourself even, you know, because the nervous system doesn't care whose hand is doing it, honestly. It doesn't matter. Like, if somebody else does it or you do it. The nervous system, the vagus nerve get activated when you do that, you know. It activates when you touch your ear, because there's a lot of nerve supply in the ear. So it's a very easy way to access the vagus nerve, because then immediately you kind of switch to kind of a relaxed state. And then when you take deep breath and you focus on something called interoception, which is sensing inside the body, it takes you out of that anxious kind of tornado, right? The thoughts running and the emotions, because when you come in the body, you'll see immediately whether you're gonna calm down, because you're anchored. And when you're anchored, then it's easier to access memories, access important moments in your life which usually make you feel uneasy. We all in our free time have these intrusive memories of things that happened in the past that made us feel a certain way, and just we don't like to feel it. They keep coming because they need to be looked at. So, but nobody wants to remember an uncomfortable memory. But when you're held in that state with somebody helping you, holding the space, and you reach into your body, you can look at the memory that one time and then get what you need to get out of it. An acknowledgement sometimes just to be witnessed. You know, if you are alone in a painful moment, having somebody else with you just witness that pain with you, that sometimes by itself, not always, but sometimes that by itself is enough to let that memory go to rest.
So, we touched a very important subject, because what we're discussing right now, it's not about the tapping technique. The tapping you can do at home without losing your time or, you know, to come to the clinic. But what is Dr. Maya is telling, that she is able to dive as a professional into your painful memories and look for the reason, not just let's cover up the symptoms and reduce the anxiety. It's actually, why are you having the anxiety at the first place? By doing her different techniques like hypnosis and somatic work and stuff. But tapping will help you to relax during the session. So instead of concentrating on the nervousness and anxiety, you can actually calm down and dive into your maybe, childhood or, some period of your life that can actually answer the questions, why are you having what you're having?
Exactly.
Because some people know their painful experiences, right?
Yeah.
But a lot of people don't. And what we suffer actually, not only from the painful experiences that we remember.
True.
There are a lot of painful experiences that you don't remember.
Yeah, that's the worst one.
And that's usually happened in the childhood. And this is where she can help the patient to actually dive in, find that moment, talk this moment through, and delete that painful memory. That's the whole point of Dr. Maya's work that truly attracted me, because it's not about tapping. Tapping is a tool.
It's a tool.
So but let's take an example. Let's say we have an adult who is having a lot of negative emotions. And when you ask that adult, where is it coming from? Events that happen during life that makes you be this way.
Yes.
Right? So what's your succession of event when you talk to the patient and you're doing the consultation? It's like, do you cover the negative emotions first and then work out? Like, can you evolve on that, please?
So usually, it's always, I try to have the client be more specific. So I'll ask, like, give me an example. Give me a situation where you feel a specific kind of emotion. So let's say, well, at work.
You can ask me. So let's play a game.
Okay, let's play. Okay.
And I'll be honest.
Yeah. Okay. So, so tell me, what kind of negative emotion got triggered in you within the last few days, and what was the situation?
Right. Okay. I'm triggered by a certain personality. Maybe it's in me, or maybe not. But I'm triggered by a person who is not being respectful enough.
Okay. So the issue is about respect then.
Correct.
And when that happens, what is the emotion that comes with it?
I am becoming very abrupt.
Okay.
Short and impatient.
Okay. So what I would do normally, I will hone in more of a specific feeling. So abruptness, impatience, it could be either a sense of frustration or anger, one of them, right? So in the session, I will try to go deeper to really, we want a specific word, right? And then the next step after that would be like, after I calm you down and we do some tapping and we ripen your subconscious, so you would be able to kind of hear the inner wisdom in you. I will find out when did you feel like that for the first time?
So when did it start? When the initiation happened?
Yeah.
So by me doing tapping or by me listening to your instructions, so this episode will like all of a sudden appear in my head? Or how would we know that this is what's going on?
So again, while we do the tapping and I direct you, the answers are within you. It's very surprising that in your normal life you will not have a memory of a certain event. But when you're in that space and you're open, actually the memory will come to you. Now, different people perceive the memory different ways. Some people are more visual. So you can literally say, I see myself at this age, right? Because you close your eyes and like, I see myself, I see an image, you know. Some people don't see it, but they just know it. They say, I can't see it, but I know. I'm 5 years old and my brother is standing there, and you know, my mom or my father, and people, I have yet to see someone who cannot do that. Everyone has memories. Sometimes though, people cannot access the memory, but they will access a movie scene they have seen.
Okay.
Because it mirrors their experience.
Okay.
So that happens.
So that's a very powerful tool, because I experienced it in myself, and I healed a couple questions that I couldn't heal before, just because we did this technique.
Yeah.
So guys, whoever is suffering or having emotional pain and emotional disturbance, don't question it, just try it. It's very helpful, and it will prevent you from taking antidepressant pills,
Yeah.
anti-anxiety medication, you know, not being able to live a happier life when you get older.
That's true.
Because when we get older, our health, we're losing that energetical reserve.
That's true.
And we're reacting on certain things a lot
More stronger and in a rigid way.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's why we're saying like, oh, I'm groggy like an old man, or it has a meaning to it. So in order for you not to experience that in the older age, you got to be more preventative when you're younger.
Yeah. I think also the other thing is that even it doesn't have to be emotional pain. For instance, somebody will be like, I'm not doing well at my work because I just don't feel like I am giving it my all, or I'm being overlooked in promotion, or I cannot speak in public. So there's no real emotional pain there.
Correct.
However, there's a limitation. It's
Okay.
usually, right, there's a belief, I am not worth it, or they don't feel safe. So we do the same thing. We'll find out, when did that feeling of unsafety or unworthiness or lockdown started.
And obviously, it doesn't matter if you're a woman or a man. You know, gender doesn't mean anything
No.
here.
And age doesn't
And
mean
age
anything.
doesn't
No.
mean anything. So what about kids? Can you take kids as clients?
Kids are the best. Actually, when we give them this tool early on, they learn. It gives them a sense of empowerment. They learn how to regulate their own emotions. They don't feel like they're victim, you know, of their circumstances, and they learn to be very self-reliant.
Beautiful.
And they have more imagination than us. They're more in touch with their right brain side. So, and they have a short life, right? So they have, the memories are still fresh,
Okay.
and they can access these memories easier. Yeah.
So I guess it's a win-win situation for everyone.
Yeah.
So whoever is interested and whoever wants to dive into your subconscious mind without using drugs or any type of chemical-induced
Yeah.
methods, talk to us and we'll be happy to help you.
Happy to help.
Thank you.